What's the difference between retiring with a tragic $48,000 and a comfortable $637,000? This personal finance decision isn't about a higher salary. It's not a lucky investment. It's one small decision you are probably putting off right now because your budget feels impossibly tight. Every single month you wait for things to get easier, for the debts to clear or the paycheck to grow. Time is charging you interest in reverse. In this video, I'll show you the brutal math of why waiting is destroying your future wealth and the exact blueprint to escape the cycle, starting today. Most personal finance advice tells you that before you invest, you need a 6-month emergency fund. Then you need to pay off all consumer debt. Then you need to research the right brokerage. Then you need to study index funds versus mutual funds. By the time you finish all of that, a year has passed, and you still haven't invested a single dollar. That advice isn't wrong. It's just sequenced in a way that destroys young families. Because while you're checking off the prerequisites, you're losing the most expensive resource you have, not money, time. And there are 3 specific lies in this standard advice that I want to expose right now. Lie number 1, small amounts don't matter. You've heard this in some form. You can't build wealth with $100 a month. That's not enough to make a difference. Wait until you can invest meaningfully. This is mathematically false. $100 a month invested over 30 years at average market returns produces approximately $227,000. That is not small. That is life-changing for most families. Lie number 2, you must finish other financial tasks first, pay off all debt, build a full emergency fund, optimize your taxes. Only then can you invest. The problem with this sequence is that those tasks take years, and every year you spend on prerequisites is a year your future investment isn't compounding. The opportunity cost is enormous. A family that starts investing $100 a month at 30 while also paying down debt ends up far ahead of a family that pays off all debt first and then starts investing at 38. The 8 years of compounding you lose by waiting cannot be recovered. Lie number 3, investing requires expertise. You must understand stocks, sectors, market timing. The truth is, for someone investing $100 a month, the right strategy is the simplest one: a broad market index fund through a standard brokerage. That's it. These 3 lies keep millions of young families from ever starting. The people teaching them aren't trying to deceive you. They're trying to protect you. They just don't realize that protection from imperfect action becomes the trap that prevents any action at all. Whatever you do, do not skip this next part, because I am about to show you exactly what happens to the families who fall into this trap and wait too long to start. Young families have 3 specific waiting patterns that I see over and over. If you're a young parent, at least one of these is going to feel uncomfortably familiar. Maybe all 3. Waiting pattern 1. When we make more money, we'll start investing. This sounds reasonable. More income, more available cash to invest. But here's what actually happens. When income rises, lifestyle rises with it. The new bigger house, the newer car, the slightly nicer everything. The $100 you couldn't invest at $80,000 stays just as unfindable at $130,000 because lifestyle scales to absorb every dollar that arrives. Waiting pattern 2. When the kid is in school, we'll have more flexibility. This one feels true. Daycare is expensive. When that line item goes away, surely there's money left over. But what actually replaces daycare? After-school programs, sports fees, tutoring, activities, bigger car for the growing family. The expense doesn't disappear. It transforms. And the $100 monthly investment never materializes because the slot never opens. Waiting pattern 3. When the debts are paid off, we'll redirect that money to investing. Mathematically logical. Emotionally seductive. But statistically, most families remain in some form of debt their entire working lives. Car payments rotate as cars get replaced. Mortgage extends with bigger homes. Credit card balances rebuild. The complete debt-free state is a moving target that most families never reach. Now, I want to be honest with you. These 3 patterns aren't character flaws. They're not signs that you're bad with money. They're structural responses to how modern family life works. The math will always feel tight because the math is designed to feel tight no matter what you earn, which means waiting for the right moment is a strategy that has never worked. The families that build wealth are the ones who start small anyway. They start with $100 and they don't stop. But here's the question that stops most families before they ever start. Where does that $100 actually come from when your budget already feels stretched thin? The honest answer to where do I find $100 a month is not what most personal finance creators tell you. It's not about cutting your coffee. It's not about a 5-step budget overhaul. It's about 2 mental shifts that, once you make them, Change how you see every dollar that moves through your household. Mental shift 1. You're already spending $100 a month. You just don't know on what. This is the most important sentence in this video. The average American family spends $300 to $500 a month on small purchases that, if you ask them to list them, they could not name. Not because they're irresponsible, because the human brain doesn't track money in small increments. It tracks money in events. The rent, the car payment, the big grocery run. The hundreds of dollars that flow through smaller transactions become invisible. Think about your last week. How much did you spend on coffee runs, convenient snacks, quick lunches, random Amazon purchases, streaming services you forgot you subscribed to? Most people, if they actually added it up, would find more than $100 a week in transactions they have no memory of. The $100 a month is not a sacrifice. It's a recovery. You're not creating new money. You're capturing money that's already leaving. The exercise is simple but uncomfortable. For 1 month, write down every transaction under $50, every coffee, every snack, every app purchase, every quick stop. At the end of the month, total it. The number is going to shock you, and in that number is your $100. Probably double or triple your $100. Mental shift 2. The $100 is not for the version of you living today. It's for the version of you that exists in 30 years. That version cannot speak for themselves yet. They can't fight for resources. They depend entirely on whether you, today, choose to send them anything. Every $100 you don't invest as a vote against your future self. Every $100 you do invest as a contract with them. The 64-year-old version of you sitting at the kitchen table looking at a retirement statement is the direct result of every $100 decision the current version of you makes. They are not separate people. They are the same person, separated only by time. Together, these two shifts are the entire game. The money is already there. So once you make those two mental shifts, what does your future self actually get? Let me show you the exact math, year by year. Some of these numbers are going to surprise you. The last one is going to shock you. So let me show you exactly what your future self gets when you make that decision. $100 a month, invested in a broad market index fund at the historical average return of 10% per year. This strategy has a name, dollar cost averaging. After year 1, you've contributed $1,200. The account holds about $1,260. The market added $60. That number is small. It's supposed to be small. The first year is about installing the habit. After 5 years, you've contributed $6,000. The account holds about $7,700. The market has added $1,700 on top of what you put in. You can feel the compounding starting to engage. After 10 years, you've contributed $12,000. The account holds about $20,500. The market has added $8,500. The returns are no longer a footnote. They're becoming a real contributor to your wealth. After 18 years, around the time your young child becomes a young adult, you've contributed $21,600. The account holds about $54,000. That's enough to cover most of a 4-year college tuition. After 30 years, you've contributed $36,000. The account holds about $227,000. You have $191,000 more than you ever put in. The market has now contributed 5 times what you contributed. After 40 years, you've contributed $48,000. The account holds about $637,000. You have $589,000 more than you ever put in. That is the difference between the tragic $48,000 we opened this video with and the comfortable $637,000. Same family. Same $100 a month. The only variable was whether you started or whether you waited. Let me be honest about what these numbers do and don't mean. $637,000 isn't a luxury retirement. In 40 years, with inflation, it will buy what about $230,000 buys today. So it's not generational wealth. It's not financial independence by itself, but it's also not nothing. It's the difference between 3 realistic scenarios for your family. Scenario 1, college funding. The 18-year balance of $54,000 can cover roughly 60 to 80% of an in-state public university education for your child without student loans, without compromising your retirement to do it. That single outcome alone justifies every $100 transfer. Scenario 2, retirement options. At year 30, with $227,000, you have a real foundation. Combined with Social Security benefits and any employer 401k match, this account provides the flexibility to retire on your terms not on whatever year your job lets you go. Scenario 3, generational stability. The 40-year balance of $637,000 isn't just for you. If you don't fully need it for retirement, it becomes the foundation your children inherit. Money that they don't have to earn. Money that gives them options you didn't have. And here's the harder truth. None of these scenarios happen if you wait. Here's what I want you to do in the next 24 hours. Open your banking app. Look at the last 30 days of transactions. Find $100 in small purchases you could redirect. Then open a Roth IRA or brokerage account. Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab will all work. And set up a $100 automatic monthly transfer. Look for index funds with expense ratios under 0.1%, because that means you keep more of your returns. The strategy I just showed you is the foundation of long-term wealth building, which is one of the 5 modules I teach in my full course on moon.com. The course walks you through money mindset, budgeting that actually works, managing debt, earning more, and building long-term wealth. 15 videos across 5 modules, built for young families who want to stop waiting and start building. The link is in the description. There's also a free introduction video if you want to see what's inside before deciding. And if this changed how you think about waiting, share this video with one young family who needs to hear it. They will thank you in 30 years. Stop guessing with your money. If you're tired of trying a new budget only to quit a week later, watch this next video. I'll expose why most budgets are designed to fail and show you the exact method you need to finally take control. See you there.